Hi guys, it's Ellen and today I have a new scrapbook layout to share with you. So I'm working with Crepe Paper Garden Party collection today, and this is a collection designed by Maggie Holmes. So as always with her collections, there are lots of gorgeous pattern papers. I got the whole paper pad from this collection, so I have loads of them to use, and there are a lot of designs that are really bright coloured and quite busy that I would struggle to use as a full background. So I'm going to take little triangular sections of the different pattern papers and stitch them together. So I drew out my design on a piece of just printer paper, and that's what I'm tracing around now to get the different triangles. And then I'm going to put them all together, sew around them, and it creates a nice sort of background for me to work on, using up lots of different patterns rather than just one or two. So I've gone for the really bright colours, I've gone for the yellows, greens, pinks, and they all match really well, the patterns that I've chosen. And yeah, I'm just cutting them out now, and I'll lay them onto my piece of paper. And I don't know what I did, but I cut them out funny. I had to trim them all down. I don't know how that happened, but eventually I get the design that I'm looking for. So you can kind of see what I'm going for. There'll be a white border about an inch thick around each side of these pattern papers. I hope I'm making sense. And yeah, here's where I work out. Some of them are smaller than others. Again, I don't know how it happened, but I eventually trim them all down and get them all together. I also distress all of the edges. I rub out all my pencil lines, and I was going to stick them onto the page separately, but I wanted to do stitching around them, and I wanted to make sure they were all lined up correctly, so I ended up sticking them onto a piece of card, just white card, and then sticking that onto my background. So yeah, I'm just going to trim out these papers and get that all together. So you can see here I've got all of my papers stuck down, and I've hand stitched around the edge of each one with some white embroidery thread, and I love how this looks. I think it's really eye-catching, and to make it pop off the page even more, I'm going to add some foam behind the whole thing. I normally would add foam behind my photo, but I really wanted this to be, other than my photo, I wanted this to be sort of the focal point of the page, so I'm making sure it really stands out with that foam. So I've got the pattern paper design stuck to my page now, and I've picked my photo. This is of me and Theo. I believe this was February last year, so over a year ago now. And I've gone for a black and white photo because obviously I've got all of that colour and pattern in the background. I back my photo onto white card. I do this all the time. I like the white border around my photo. Again, it helps it stand out amongst all of those busy patterns. And then I'm going back in with this sort of tile design paper that I've used as part of the background, and I'm just adding a really thin border of that around my photo as well, just to add some more colour into the page, and I'll distress the edges. And I know that that is going to sit over the floral pattern paper, just because I won't be able to add a lot to that floral pattern paper because it's quite dark, so I thought that would be a good place for my photo. Going through the ephemera pieces now to pick out some things. I go with a couple of tags behind my photo. I love these tags, and I think they make really nice layering pieces. I'm just going to trim them down because a lot of them won't be visible behind the photo, so I can keep those patterns for something else later on, and distressing all of my edges, of course. And then once I've figured out where I want them, how I want the tags to sit, I've just stapled them together so that I don't forget how I've put them, because I do that all the time, and it's really frustrating because then I don't get it in the same place. So I've just added those to the back of my photo using some double-sided tape, and I'm sticking my photo down flat onto the pattern papers. The white embroidery floss thread thing that I added to those pattern papers, I'm also putting some of that through each of the holes in the tag, and then my tag overlaps the onto the white background a little bit, so I'm just adding some foam pads to make it all the same height, and I add a couple more to the tops of the tags as well to make them stand out even more. I'm thinking about my title now. I really like this hello piece, but it's a sticker, and it's got a really big white border, and I could have trimmed it down, but I was just not in the mood to do that. So I've gone for the alpha thickers from this collection, and I've written out darling, and I've put the hello on top, and looking at it now I actually really like it, but at the time that white border was just throwing me off. So I go back to the thickers from this collection, and I just write hey darling. That's what I say to Theo like every morning, every time I see him, so I thought that'd be a nice title. I've got this yellow bow from the ephemera pieces that I really liked, but it was just a bit too big for me to make it work, so I've added one of the small yellow bows from those sticker rolls from this collection instead, and I really like how that works. I really like how that looks. I wanted to make sure there was a lot of yellow on this page because it's one of my favourite colours, and I love black and yellow, and yeah, I really wanted to make that a feature on this page. I've added some of the clear stickers onto different sections of my pattern papers. So the one below the photo says you make today better, and then I've added one on the stripy paper that says bloom and grow, and then I've added a swirly design to the bottom paper, and I add a floral design to the floral paper. So I've got a clear sticker on each section, and really like how that looks. I love pops of black with bright colours, so this is making me really happy, this colour scheme. I've added some of the floral stickers around the top right and bottom left corner of those pattern papers that I've got. And then I've drawn around the tags with a black pen, and I've added a few doodled hearts on, and that's my page all finished. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you very much for being here. Bye guys!